Hello, I am Nana Wrinklewings and welcome to Whimsical Rhymes and Tales. So, yes, Nana Wrinklewings is an imaginary name and this is an imaginary costume, but sometimes it's just fun to pretend and dress up. What do you think? So we're going to use our big imagination again today. I have on my imagination cap. Welcome to grab anything if you'd like, or just pretend right along with us. Today's story is about McPhee and Lottie Magpie. Now, if you remember correctly, they're just a couple of black and white magpies that like flying around the world and meeting the people and learning about the lands. And McPhee likes to teach, and Lottie, she loves the sights and sounds. So where do you suppose they are today? Well, I think we should find out. Are you ready? It was April, and the cherry blossoms were in full bloom in Paris. It was a beautiful time to be in the City of Lights. Could McPhee and Lottie be here? Oh, look on the top of the Eiffel Tower. What is that? Is that a bird? No. Is that McPhee? I think it is. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get started with our story. So, McPhee is on the top of the Eiffel Tower, and he calls out to Lottie. Lottie, you have to see this. The view up here is unbelievable. Lottie looked up, but she was quite content, just swaying back and forth in the branch of a cherry blossom tree. But McPhee, look at me, she called out. I feel like I'm all dressed for a ball in between all these beautiful blossoms. How do I look? Can you see me down here? I know it's a long way, but do you see me? McPhee smiled. Lottie, you look divine. Merci. Well, that's thank you in French. I feel divine, McPhee. Well, finally her curiosity got the best of her, and she fluffed her feathers a bit and she flew off to see what he was talking about. Lottie, this is the most famous sight in Paris. It's amazing. You can see for miles. This tower is 1,050 feet tall, and Paris is 6 miles across, you know. Did you know that they held the 2nd and the 8th Summer Olympic Games right here in Paris? They call it the City of Light because it's a city of new ideas. And it actually was the first city to put street lights up. This is really, really high, McPhee. Lottie gasped as she looked down. Don't worry. It's pretty wind resistant because it never sways more than 4.5 inches. It sways, McPhee? Oh my. Lottie looked pale for a moment. It's made of iron, Lottie. It's not going anywhere. Some call it the Iron Lady, and when the iron heats up with the sun, it doesn't move the top more than 7 inches. McPhee, we're at the top. This is the top, McPhee. 7 inches? That's a lot. Are you sure we're okay? We're safe. It weighs 10,000 tons. And, McPhee continued, it's painted every 7 years to protect it from rusting. And do you know that they use 60 tons of paint to do it? Oh, McPhee, it's also interesting, and you're right, it is breathtaking. But do you think Brigitte will be able to find us clear up here? Lottie was looking for any reason to go back to her cherry blossom branch. Oh, I think so. Oh, wait, there she is now. Over here, Brigitte. he called out when he saw his cousin. Well, Brigitte looked around for a moment, and then she fluttered to the top of the tower. Bonjour, she called to them. Lottie looked at McPhee and she smiled. We get to practice our French, McPhee. Comment allez-vous? Brigitte asked. Très bien, merci, McPhee responded, meaning, we're good, thank you. I see you're enjoying our Tour Eiffel. It was built in 1889 as the entrance to the World Fair, and it was so popular that we left it. It's a symbol of love, you know. So many humans propose marriage here. And there's a lot of steps to the top, Lottie exclaimed. Yes, but you can only walk them to the second floor, Brigitte said. There's a famous restaurant there, and then if you want to go higher, you have to take the elevator. So come, let me show you my Paris, shall we? S'il vous plaît, meaning please, McPhee responded. Excitedly, yes, please, Lottie said. Enchantée, Brigitte replied. McPhee, I love that word, enchantée. Lottie repeated it over and over again. Enchantée means my pleasure. Oh, I love that word, McPhee. Well, they headed to the Champs-Élysées. This tree-lined street is 1.2 miles long, and it's the most beautiful avenue in the world, Brigitte said. And do you know that it has many shops and cafes and theaters? Lottie could not stop looking at all the different places. It connects the Arc de Triomphe with the Place de la Concorde. People come here on July 14th, which is Bastille Day. It's a French holiday, and they celebrate. And also, this is where the famous bicycle tour ends. And on New Year's Eve, it's the place to see the fireworks. Oh, McPhee, it's no wonder that many writers and painters loved it here. People like Ernest Hemingway and Renoir and Picasso. They all lived here at one time, you know. And I can't wait to see the Louvre. You know, Leonardo da Vinci, he painted the Mona Lisa, and it's in the Louvre. He was one of the greatest painters of his time. Look, Lottie, McPhee said, there's the Arc de Triomphe. It has 280 stairs, and there's a great view there. So they flew about in the current, and they watched the humans dine as puppies lay at their feet. We must find you a baguette, Brigitte called to them. Paris is known for them, and croissants. And macaroons, Lottie said quickly. I love all the different flavors of macaroons. You're right, Lottie. Oh, look quick. Do you see that creperie over there? My favorite crepe is the banana with chocolate, and I cover it with crème de chantilly. Chantilly? Lottie asked. Oh, it's a sweet whipped cream, Brigitte answered, smiling. Oh, that sounds delicious, Lottie said. Lottie, look, there's the Louvre. Oh, McPhee, the glass pyramid looks like a diamond. Well, McPhee smiled because Lottie's vision of the world was always unique, and he loved that about her. The Louvre is one of the largest museums in the world, Lottie. It was built as a castle, and later it was the home of kings. And over there, look, there's the French Gothic Notre Dame. It's a cathedral that has pipe organs with 5 keyboards and almost 8,000 pipes. And there's a wonderful bell in the tower also. Oh, Brigitte, I see a carousel. Can we stop for a moment? Of course. There are many carousels in Paris if you love carousels. Well, Lottie couldn't take her eyes off of the beautifully painted saddles on the horses. I love their music, Brigitte. Well, we don't want to miss anything. Should we head to the beach? Beach? Lottie asked. There's a beach in Paris? Oui, on the Seine. There's even sand and boats in the summer months. And you would love the summer concerts, Lottie. And we now have a floating cinema. You can watch a movie from an electric boat. Wow, that would be fun, said Lottie. McPhee had another thought. What about a boat ride on the Seine? Good idea, McPhee. The Seine River flows through Paris and it divides it into the right and left bank. And there are 37 bridges and footbridges on the Seine River. I can hardly wait, Lottie said as they flew over the water to hitch a ride on the back of one of the boats. Well, the time passed, and soon the sun began to set in the sky. It had been an awesome day, one they would always remember. But they needed to think about saying goodbye to their cousin. We must hurry back to the Eiffel Tower, Brigitte said to them. You can't leave Paris without seeing the golden lights of the Eiffel Tower. The lights turn on at sunset, and they don't turn off until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the summer. Come on, it should be glimmering soon because it only sparkles the first 5 minutes of every hour. Well, they could soon see it in the distance as they approached. Oh, McPhee, I'm speechless. I've never seen anything so beautiful. So Lottie perched herself back in her cherry blossom tree, and McPhee did the same as he sat on the branch, and they watched for hours. But we have to be going. I'm afraid, Brigitte. Merci. Thank you so much for showing us your Paris. I hate to leave, but we'll always remember it. McPhee said as he prepared to depart, I guess this is au revoir for now. Oh, au revoir, my cousin, safe flight until we meet again. McPhee and Lottie flew off into the night, and their memories that were tucked away in their minds, they would never forget Paris. We must return one day, McPhee. I love it here. Lottie called to him. Oh, we will, Lottie. You'll see. And they flew off. So did you like that story? Do you think you could find France on the map and Paris, which is the capital? And then, do you know what bonjour means now? It means hello. And what about Lottie's favorite, ENCHANTE, which means, are you ready? My pleasure. And merci means thank you. And oui means yes. So you've learned some French words. Awesome. So I wonder where McPhee and Lottie will go next. Well, you might think about them as, have you ever had a crepe? It's just like a thin pancake. So the next time you have a crepe, maybe you'll think about them. What is your favorite crepe, do you think? I think mine is strawberry with whipped cream. Yes, strawberry with whipped cream. That would be my favorite. So until next time, I hope to see you again soon. Toodaloo.